God bless you. God bless you. What's happening? It's your man, Coach Will coming at you. Hey, look, I had to double up today. Reading, I'm on chapter 7. I was actually behind. And if I don't read another chapter today, then I'll be behind. So I hate doubling up because I really like to read one chapter a day so we get God's impartation of that chapter. I don't have to split my attention, split my focus. And but anyway, we're meeting in about 30 minutes on, I believe, I don't know if it's the first 5 chapters or the first 7 chapters. So it's the first 7 chapters. I can't be the one to say, I'm right there. I can't be that one. So all right, let's jump in there. I'm Coach Will William. I'm Bill William. Got 100 names is all good. I just want to be called servant of Christ, right? I don't need a title for that. I just, need to serve God and do the work, right? So what we're doing is reading. We're doing the Deuteronomy walk. Some of my good pals from Streetside Prayer and other ministries. Deanna, Felicia, Jordan. We got some newbies on the team. The twins, Sierra, Tierra. And we got Shanette. She's kind of lagging behind. And then, man, Aaron stayed with us, but he ain't got nothing works on the board. So we don't know. But the point is that you got a lot of different voices, a lot of people reading the scripture. If you don't necessarily like my voice, you can tune into there, the links that they post. And I post them on my social media in our Streetside Prayer Church ministry site. What's the next thing you do? You want to pray, ask God to impart this upon you. God, reveal to me your word. And then the third thing you want to do is share the link. All right. Share the link on your social media so that other people can get it and have it. Why am I rushing? The meeting's in like 30 minutes and my wife just finished dinner. I don't know how we're going to work this out. So let's talk about a chosen people. When the Lord your God brings you into the land that you are entering to take possession of it and clears away many nations before you, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, 7 nations more numerous and mightier than you. And when the Lord your God gives them over to you and defeat them, then you must devote them to complete destruction. Woo! See, some of this Old Testament stuff is a lot of, people that are questioning Christianity as a religion. They ask these questions. Why would God want to kill these people, man? He's supposed to be a loving God. It's not that he's supposed to be, he actually is. And other people that want to attack Christianity, they use these, man, about how harsh God was, killing people, blah, 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 blah. And I just want to say that here is the fact that God did say complete destruction. But man, there's some weird things about, even if we look at, read the rest of the Bible, especially the Old Testament in detail, then we look at, other humanoids who's walking around on this planet at that time. We know that Homo sapiens and not Cro-Magnon, but what's the other cat? They're in the DNA, the human DNA to this day. Scientists keep discovering these other humanoids that lived in, about the same time. So who knows if that's these people was in existence back then. That's who God was talking about. Yo, these people, man, let's get rid of them jokers, man. Giants. Scientists find some indication of giants. So, we just don't know. But don't close your mind and just accept Christ, man, and know that God loves us so much that he actually sent us his son to forgiveness of sins for everybody at this point. He said, anybody want to be free, forgiven, released? Look, here's the path. So it's not religious boundaries or I'm sorry, ethnic boundaries. You can be any ethnicity. It's got to be Christian, of course, right? But it don't even matter. All right. Let me keep going. You shall make no covenant with them and show no mercy to them. You shall not intermarry with them, giving your daughters to their sons or taking their daughters for your sons. That's it's very important, man, because again, what's that DNA that a lot of folks have? The humanoids that walk beside us, we interbred with, intermixed with. We wiped them out. They were bigger and stronger, but we wiped them out. We as in Homo sapiens. But their DNA lives in us. For they would turn away your sons from following me to serve other gods. Well, we know we saw that. We read that later on with even King Solomon. Then the anger of the Lord would be kindled against you, and he would destroy you quickly. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall break down their altars and dash in pieces their pillars and chop down their asherim and burn their carved images with fire. So all their false gods, images, idols, statues, churches, burn all that crap. Just bring it on down. For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you to be a people for his treasured possession. Out of all the peoples who are on the face of the earth, it was not because you were more in number than any other people that the Lord has set his love on you and chose you. For you were the fewest of all the people, but it is because the Lord loves you and is keeping the oath that he swore to your fathers, that the Lord has brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you from the house of slavery, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And again, I always emphasize that, yes, this is a real event that happened, a historical event that happened. But also remember, Egypt symbolizes our bondage to sin as well, and how God sets us free from that, right? Know therefore that the Lord your God is God, the faithful God who keeps covenant and steadfast love with those who love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. 1,000 generations, that should be extended to right now today still. And repays to their face those who hate him, and destroying them. He will not slack with the one who hates him. He will repay him to his face. You shall therefore be careful to do the commandment and the statutes and the rules that I command you today. Verse 12. And because you listen to those rules and keep them and do them, the Lord your God will keep with you the covenant and the steadfast love that he swore to your fathers. He will love you, bless you, and multiply you. He will also bless the fruit of your womb and the fruit of your ground, your grain, your wine, and your oil, and increase of your herds and the young of your flock, and in the land he swore to your fathers to give you. Interesting. So back then also they used to mention wine like it was no big deal. We know Jesus' first miracles turned water to wine. People say, oh man, you can't drink no alcoholic beverage, man, if you're a Christian. Well, here it is, we talk about wine. We know that wine is, New Testament also does tell us quite often, said, be of sober mind, and that's crucial. So I think therein lies the key. Drinking wine is sin? No, clearly not. Here it is. Say, man, we're going to bless your wine. Jesus made wine. You're not going to make something to put them in sin. But it's, man, are we getting drunk? Drunk on a consistent basis? Are we getting drunk even at Jesus' party? He said, man, the people's like, yo, you say the good stuff for the end. Maybe they was feeling buzzed and tipsy already. But let's just really, I'm not going to put a hard rule out there. Let's just really stay focused on that. Sober mind is crucially important. That can be drugs, that can be drinking, that can be anything. All right, you shall be blessed above all peoples. There shall not be any male or female barren among you or among your livestock. And the Lord will take away from you all sickness and none of the evil diseases of Egypt. There it is. Take away from you all sicknesses. Come on, fam. And none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which you knew, will he inflict on you. But he will lay them on those all who hate you. And you shall consume all the peoples that the Lord your God will give over to you. Your eye shall not pity them, neither shall you serve their gods, for that would be a snare to you. And again, we talk about snare. We know God loved King Solomon. King Solomon married all those women of different cultures and stuff, and they did exactly what it said it happened here to King Solomon. He ended his life miserable. Verse 17, if you say in your heart, these nations are greater than I, how can I dispossess them? You shall not be afraid of them, but you shall remember what the Lord your God did to Pharaoh and to all Egypt. The great trials that your eyes saw, the signs, the wonders, the mighty hand, and the outstretched arm by which the Lord your God brought you out. So will the Lord your God do to all the peoples whom you are afraid. Moreover, the Lord your God will send hornets among them, until those who are left and hide themselves from you are destroyed. You shall not be in dread of them, for the Lord your God is in your midst, a great and awesome God. Look, man, we was out doing some ministry yesterday. Jordan led us. We were doing the Moncrief Cornerstone Ministry, and he said, man, God, gave him a message to go door to door, knock on doors. Well, what are we doing prior to that? We set up a tent, man, on the street, and we just blessed that whole area and that community. We've been doing it for 2 months. We go, okay, you got a message to go knock on doors. And man, it was such a mighty, mighty blessing when we actually did knock on the doors and met the people. So many people, received us. And it was really, really a great thing. So there's one lady named Miss Anna, and she was like, hey, why are people scared of the government and president, whoever it is, past, present? He said, don't be scared. Our God is mightier. Our God is greater. He does things. He changes people's mind, he takes care of things. What we should be doing is put our faith in our God instead of our presidents. And she was right. And there's what he says as well. So anyway, he said, don't dread our government, our presidents, our rulers, our leaders. No. You pray for them. Pray for them. Pray for their righteousness. All right. But the Lord your God will give them over to you and throw them into a great confusion till they are destroyed. And he will give their kings into your hand, and you shall make their name perish from under heavens. No one shall be able to stand against you until you have destroyed them. The carved images of their gods you shall burn with fire. You shall not covet the silver or the gold that is on them. So even when they had these gold or silver statues of their gods, he say, do not covet it that is on them, or take it for yourselves, lest you be ensnared by it. For it is abomination to the Lord your God. You shall not bring an abominable thing into your house and become devoted to it, to destruction like it. You shall utterly detest and abhor it, for it is devoted to destruction. So say, even you, man, going to these temples and you crush their golden bull, don't take a piece of the bull home for you to have gold and smelt it down and change it. He said, don't have nothing to do with it. All right, I got to go. Happy Sunday. Are you having fun? I'm loving this. This is complimentary to the Joshua walk. It just fills in the blanks, and I just love it. It makes me, really get a grasp of fuller picture of Joshua. So even if you haven't read Joshua, you can read Deuteronomy all itself, and he tells you, man, some of the basic things of how he wants us to live. Bless you, love you, gotta go. Bendiga, Baruch, Shalom, peace. Remember to pray. Ask God to reveal to you, man, before you even listen to this or after you listen to your call. And share on your social media. Bless you, love you, bye-bye.